conclusion about me.
I thought you looked cool.
I thought you was cool. Bro, why does she speak like that? There's a bad empanada comunicado oficial. We might need to check it out. It was just released a minute ago. I'm going to comment third. I think I might not watch Piers Morgan today because I feel kind of chill right now with y'all. I don't want to spoil it by watching Piers Morgan. I feel kind of chill today.
On his charity fraud. His charity fraud. Ethan Klein has doubled down on his charity fraud. His charity fraud,
Bro, is it just me or does Bad Empanada look like Austin Show? Is it? Yeah, he does kind of look a bit like Austin Show, bro. Is it just me?
H3 podcast charity
No wonder he got along really well with Hassan, Samaj.
fraud, Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib and the Atlantic Council's charity fraud. They have doubled down on it. So, if you don't know what happened, Ethan Klein in his podcast this past week solicited donations implying that they were for Palestine. Donate to Palestine was the name of the section of the video. The first thing they did...
It's just me? Okay. Come on, man. They kind of look alike. Shouldn't Bad Empanada be celebrating Pride Month, Pride Parade? Come on, isn't this Bad Empanada coded?
In that section was Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib, who is a paid pro-Israel propagandist, solicited donations for a pretend pro-Palestine organization called Realign for Palestine, which is actually just donating money to the Atlantic Council. Since then, someone on Reddit asked the Atlantic Council, where does the money for Realign for Palestine go? It was already pretty obvious. I said this before, like, you know, they don't have like I think it's a 305C disclaimer.
Yeah, exactly. Both look standard Mediterranean. And you've never seen them in the same room too. You've never seen Bad Empanada and Austin Show in the same room. I'll be real. Like what give? You've seen Bad Empanada and Hassan in a Discord call, but you've never seen like Bad Empanada or Austin Show in the same screen. So something's a little off here. Yeah, really, philosopher, you're on point. If Austin grew a thick beard, he would actually look like BE. Not gonna lie. Exactly. And you've never seen them in the same real estate. New meta is evolving. What is the new meta? Bongkar Cat doing right-wing conspiracies again. Nah, you swear down. Okay, I'm trying to normalize what Austin Show looks like in your brains. And then we're going to go back to Bad Empanada and swear down. It's literally Austin Show, bro. Literally Austin
required
Show.
In the US if you're actually donating to charity. I noticed that there was no such disclaimer on their website, so I knew immediately that it was not a real charity donation thing. So I made a video denouncing that, how they pretty much just committed charity fraud by making people think they were donating to Palestine, but they very much were not. So someone emailed.
Nah, Midnight's wildin'. They even sound the same. Let me just break out like an episode of Fear and then we compare it to Empanada. Bro, Austin Show is literally Bad Empanada.
Motherfucker! I did! Ludwig is my date! Ludwig was...
That's awesome. Thank you, Will.
Okay, that's how he speaks, right?
The Atlantic Council.
Literally the same voice, bro.
The Atlantic Council confirmed that if you donate to Realign to Palestine, you know, which is a part of their...
Oh yeah, this guy, Bad Empanada, just does everything live, bro. Like he would search for clips live. Like he would remember a clip off the dome and just search for it live. It's wild, bro. Angry Austin Show.
Organization, it's really just
solidarity.
God, that's freaking awesome.
Literally the same people, bro. The same person, bro.
a glorified website to let Ahmed like have a thing to play with. They said, thank you for reaching out and for your question. The donations page on our website goes to support our work through the Atlantic Council. This includes helping Ahmed and our team and to allow him to do many of the media appearances he does, blah, blah, blah. So basically, the money that you donate goes to the Atlantic Council and it funds Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib doing pro-Israel propaganda. And this is what Ethan Klein...
I see the vision. BE must be in his 40s. Like it's like a 40-year-old version of Austin Show. Bro, literally, this is the same as... Bro, look at this. Same facial expressions, but bad Austinada is wild. Loud keyboard clacking will never not be funny.
And framed on his podcast. You can still see in the podcast episode, the section is called...
Yo, does the mic get higher or does he get shorter? I need to know, does the mic get higher or does he get shorter? Okay?
Palestine. He framed this as donating to Palestine. You can see here, the section is still called Donate to Palestine. Donate to Palestine. And what's the first thing that you hear when you play this section?
As I work at the Atlantic Council, where I am a resident senior fellow, but also I run Realign for Palestine through the Atlantic Council. And I have we have like our own standalone website realignforpalestine.org. There is a donate button.
So they're trying to say this is okay because after that,
Bro, how many flags do you need, bro? I can't get over the fact. Why does this guy have so many flags? How many flags do you need, bro? How many flags do you need before people figure out that the only flag you are is a red flag? How many flags do you need? You only need one, homie. The red flag. Because that's what you are.
Awesome. Okay, Will.
Censor that, Gabe.
Will.
This is literally the zesty bad empanada, bro.
he said that people should also donate to the World Food Program. Now, if I was, for example, soliciting donations for, say, hurricane...
At least he doesn't wear your hoodie. Bro, I used to wear this striped shirt back in the day. So he's still copying my style.
Victims. And I began my soliciting for donations by first plugging my own website so you can donate to me. And then I also said that you can donate to hurricane victims here. Everyone would fucking know that was fraud. Everyone would fucking know precisely what I was doing there, that I was trying to get people to give me money under the guise of donating to hurricane victims. That's what they did here. Same thing. First you plug yourself, then you plug the World Food Program and imply that these things basically are very similar or the same under a section called Donate to Palestine. It's clear what happened here. Now, Ethan Klein has been doubling down on this. He claimed himself specifically that the money does not actually go to the Atlantic Council. So here you can see Hassan saying, when he talked about
What
this...
the F are you talking about, Jill? I guess we are all different versions of each other, Bongkar Cat. Just a minor change here and another change. What are you, fucking, what's his name? What's the dude's name? Morgan Freeman. What are you, fucking Morgan Freeman? I guess we were all different versions of each other, Bronco Cat. Just a minor change here and another change there. What's going on, bro? And nah. I look at me. Do I look like Bad Empanada? No, right? But this guy looks like Bad Empanada.
New York Knicks. Yeah, okay.
There is
Be careful what you say, because that's watched.
This guy literally is Bad Empanada, bro. Austin Show. And I ain't never seen them in the same room.
That the money went to the Atlantic Council. What does Ethan Klein say to that?
It's mad.
fundraiser was for the
Yo, big up Espanol. Big up Espanol, okay? Donde está el baño?
Atlantic Council directly. All proceeds went to the fucking Atlantic Council.
So that's just a straight up defamatory outright lie.
That's defamatory.
I like how Ethan Klein is just like, that's a lie. And he's always like this, that's a lie. And that's it, like, that's a lie. And that's it. You're supposed to just, oh, okay, it's a lie. Oh, it must be a lie then. Since Ethan Klein says it's a lie, it must be a lie then. What else could it be other than a lie, bro? It can't be the truth, right? I mean, Ethan Klein just said that it was a lie. So definitely it's impossible for it to be the truth, right? Yo, Ethan Klein is wild, yo. Is this the kind of content that people watch? Just saying stuff with no context, it's a lie, that's it. It's just face value content, bro. Nothing else.
Presented
outright
it.
Lie. That's a defamatory outright lie. I mean, we have the fucking email from the Atlantic Council confirming that's where the money goes. But it gets worse. Ethan posted a story yesterday where he reposted tweets made from Ahmed Fouad al-Khatib. Ahmed was trying to frame himself as like a victim of harassment, of course, because he's being called out for what he actually is, which is a paid collaborator with Israel. And Ahmed out himself said that the money went to himself in the Atlantic Council. He was open about it. So Ethan Klein, before he did this podcast episode, he had already posted something that made clear the money was going to the Atlantic Council himself. This guy, he constantly, fucking endlessly, it's fucking maddening what he always does. Like he posts something or says something, and then you cite the thing that he said, right? And he has the gall to then complain and act like he didn't actually say it. So here is screenshot of that. His own story, where Ahmed Fouad al-Khatib said, Ethan Klein hosted me on his podcast and donated $1,000 each to the World Food Program's Gaza appeal and to realign to Palestine, my project at the Atlantic Council. He says it right there. The donation was to the Atlantic Council. And Ethan Klein, on his podcast, after he had already reposted this tweet from al-Khatib, claims that the money didn't actually go to the Atlantic Council. And worse, we found out from this that Ethan Klein donated $1,000 to a fucking propaganda organization. The Atlantic Council is a pro-Israel propaganda organization. And Ethan Klein donated $1,000 to them. So Ethan Klein is fucking funding genocide propaganda. As if it wasn't bad enough when he was doing it himself. There was also a point during this, let's see if I can find it, where Hila implied that the money was for Gaza. She said like, oh, Hassan really doesn't want us to give money to Gaza. The layers to this clear charity fraud. If this was for anything except Palestine, the FBI would probably already be on it. The only reason they're not on it is because they probably don't give a shit about anyone who's pro-Israel.
So when that happens, I'll pull it up in a minute.
It's really crazy how, like, just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
He does, yeah.
So she implies there quite clearly that this
It's really crazy, Hassan. Why does she speak like that, bro? Why does she speak like that? The way she speaks is wild, bro. Is she trying to imitate what she thinks rich people talk like? It's really crazy, Hassan. The whole plan, we are helping the Gaza. We are helping the Gaza. Ethan, and Khalil. No, Ethan.
this money sent to the Atlantic Council
Doesn't want us to help Hassan.
The one that she, bro, why does she speak like that? Like a child. Yeah. Like she's faking it, bro. She speaks like a child. I want to do a boo-boo, mommy. I want to do a boo-boo. Ethan can do a boo-boo. Make sure the children don't eat my boo-boo. Holy F.
Like, just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
He does, yeah.
So she implies there quite clearly that this money sent
All right, big up fascism watch. Big up Canada. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Maybe she sounds like an adult in Hebrew. She's doing toddler core. Yeah, it's deliberate, bro. She sounds like a 12-year-old boy, bro. Well, mommy, we need to do a boo-boo.
sent to the Atlantic Council was to help Gazans. Gazans, just to be clear, is a dog whistle used by pro-Israel people because they don't like to use the word Palestinians. Using a regional identifier like that denies them their national identity because they want the national identity to not exist, just to put that clear. But either way, which is a little aside, not really relevant to the overall thing here. That's Hila Klein, one of the hosts of the H3 podcast, saying quite clearly that the money sent to the Atlantic Council helps Gazans. The money sent to the pro-Israel organization helps Gazans.
Nah, BE is wild, bro. He just said, that's Hila Klein, one of the hosts of the H3 podcast. That's so professional sounding, bro. This guy is wild, bro. Ben Empanada is wild. You know he's fucking around, bro. Hila Klein, one of the hosts of the H3. You know this is the guy who coined the term Radio of Ramallah, bro. And he's trying to do the professional thing. Like, Hila Klein, one of the hosts of the H3 podcast. Ben Empanada is wild, bro. And he looks exactly like Austin Show.
They're doubling down on the charity fraud. They are quite clearly that the money exists, just to put that clear. But either way, which is a little aside, not really relevant to the overall thing here. That's Hila Klein, one of the hosts of the H3 podcast, saying quite clearly that the money sent to the Atlantic Council helps Gazans. The money sent to the pro-Israel organization helps Gazans. They're doubling down on the charity fraud. They are doubling down on the fucking charity fraud. They never even changed the name of the segment of the podcast where they scam those donations. It's fucking disgusting. As well, by the way, the reason why they specifically solicited donations for the World Food Program is because the World Food Program is like the least effective charity they could have asked for money for. The World Food Program has openly said they don't actually need money. World Food Program has said they have enough food to feed 1 million people for 4 months. They don't need money. What they've needed is for Israel to allow them in. But Israel has denied them entry. So the strategic reason that he chose the World Food Program to recommend to donate to is because he's a pro-Israel shill. And for him, the UNRWA, which also, by the way, the UNRWA, the reason why it's good to donate to them, if you're going to donate to a big organization, is because they also help Palestinian refugees outside of Gaza. So you send them money, it's not just for Gaza, it's also for Palestinian refugees everywhere. Whereas if you donate to the World Food Program, that money doesn't do anything right now. It's probably not going to do anything for a long-ass fucking time because they don't actually need food, they have enough food. And people like Ahmed think that the UNRWA is Hamas. That's why they don't recommend you donate to it. So if you see this tweet from 10 hours ago from the World Food Program, the World Food Program has enough food to feed all 2.2 million people for 2 months. They don't need food. That's just them, by the way. That's not even including the other organizations that also provide food aid. So they already have enough money. They don't need money. What they need is a ceasefire so they can give the food to the fucking people who need it. What they need is Israel to let them in and give and distribute the food. That's why they chose the World Food Program, specifically a strategic choice to choose the charity that does nothing. You donate to the World Food Program right now, your money is going up in flames. It doesn't do anything. They don't need resources. They need
I need to find a video of Austin closing his eyes. Need to find Austin closing his eyes. No, I can't find one. Oh yeah, that's the one. See? Literally the same person, bro. Literally, quite literally. Sharp and concise BE. Yeah, the money sent helps Gazans die. That's wild. It's like those VTubers when using kiddie voices for their characters. Yeah, it's kind of like the Japanese lady, right? Japanese ladies. that do the cutesy voices. Except I don't know what Hila is doing, a 12-year-old boy. Maybe Ethan Klein allegedly likes 12-year-old boys. And so Hila has to speak like a 12-year-old boy at all times. But Ethan, I tried to open my boo-boo. I just did a boo-boo, Ethan. I just did a boo-boo, Ethan.
Permission. So it's insidious on so many different levels. And that they're doubling down on this is totally insane. Just another week in the depraved reality of the H3 podcast, huh?
Oh, that's it? That's the video? Okay. I see the comments.
Ethan.
Click 1 minute after it was available. Ethan KKK Klein, try not to be a horrible person challenge. There are no innocent Zios. The Atlantic Council was exposed for working with Chevron and Exxon to grant oil rights in Brazil. I'm pretty sure confident Ethan and Hila knew this was a scam all along. You don't hate Arab, Americans and Palestinians as much as Ethan does, only to want to donate to them now. Another insidious thing for Ethan to do, knowing a Zio would never do that. Of course, this is going to Israel resources anyway. Ethan decline, Hitler decline. Ethan saying donations help Gaza is so disgusting, horrible people. But they stink the whole place. Hell no. Why did you speak like that, bro? It's a bit too late for me. It's like 1 a.m. I gotta sleep, bro. What's this video? Is this Bad Empanada? Holy shit. There's a podcast with Bad Empanada and Asanabi and Will Neff. Holy F. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, bro. Thanks for watching. Big up everyone all day. That's the radio of Ramallah speech pattern. Yeah, she's wild, bro. Wait, before I go.
The thing that puts them, the thing that makes it not okay. Here we got one driving a car. Careful, everybody. The thing that not makes it okay is these curly ass, goofy mouth, because it just makes you into a goofy guy. You try walking around that shit, you're nuts. It's like having a rat tail. It's like having 2 rat tails on each side of your head.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Except you fucking man.
Well, she sounds like a 12-year-old boy, bro. Why does she sound like a 12-year-old boy?
You hear them every day.
Is this some kind of king that Ethan Klein is into?
At least people with rat tails have the thing. You just let it
You're so funny. You're so funny, Ethan. Ethan.
sit. But these guys goof with it all the time. We'll get some good footage, hopefully, of these goofy ass rat tail motherfuckers.
Factory of Coca-Cola.
Just don't show that. We're a Pepsi household, Hila. No, what would you think about me if you just saw me at first glance? What conclusions?
Well, I did first say it was 1 point.
So what was your?
J for serious is pronounced serious, not serious. J for serious. Why, bro? What's going on, bro? Does Ethan Klein... this man claims to love Israel. Israel, they love Israel, apparently. Israel is a beautiful place, Hila. Don't you agree? Don't you think so? Yeah, seriously, Ethan, you're right. Seriously.
Conclusion about me?
I thought you looked cool.
I thought you was cool. Bro, why does she speak like that? It's maddening, bro. Okay, I gotta go. Take care, everyone. Take care. I gotta go. Peace. Okay, people. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.